Sunday fun day. It is Sunday. It is Sunday fun day. Look, I even have like little baby Luna. This is my other Luna. It is Sunday fun day, boys and girls. And today we have all kinds of fun stories and some really disgusting ones too to share with you. Good morning. This is Coffee and Headlines, our daily get together live on Facebook every morning at 10:30 in the morning, where we share stories, headlines, comments, tips, suggestions, ideas on how to have an awesome life here in Puerto Vallarta as an English-speaking community. But not today. We do that from Monday through Saturday. Sunday is Sunday Fun Day. We throw caution out the window or the wind. I don't know. We just throw caution somewhere. And nothing is sacred. No one is safe on Sundays, where we don't worry about the news. And all we do is try to smile and have fun and tell fun stories. And I have some really great stories for today. So if you are new to this broadcast, please know that if you hear potty language, and that is an intended pun, or if you hear disgusting comments, or you hear talk about body fluids or sex positions or boogers or colorful metaphors or anything, we only allow ourselves to do that on Sunday. So please don't think badly of us if we do this. I love the fact that my dear friend Paul is here because he doesn't know that I'm spending the night, if he lets me. Hello, Paul. Can I spend the night? Let's see who else is here. Boom, bum, 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 bum. All kinds of wonderful friends. David, hello. Sherry, hello. Bob, good morning. Dale, Craig. Yes, this is Sunday Romper Room. Raymond, I love your comments, Raymond. I love your comment the other day about bread was really awesome. It was great. International Bread Day. Who knew? Jan says, hola, happy fun day. Jill says hello from El Centro. Somebody asked about Luna. Where is Luna? Luna is moody sometimes. Sometimes she likes to be in front of the camera, and sometimes she doesn't. It was Kelly who asked about Luna. Thank you for the cue at the beginning of your question. We always like to put cues at the beginning of important comments, just to make sure that we don't forget to get to them. Let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, from the border, Brian from Ciudad Juarez, El Paso, Texas. I love it. Thank you very much for joining us on this beautiful day. Who else is here? Paul wants me to spend the night, but not in his room. That's okay. We've done that before. We did that in Cuba, and it was strange, wasn't it? Carol needs a fun day. Our flight to PV from Vancouver was canceled yet again. This is so sad to hear, but hopefully you'll be able to come to Puerto Vallarta soon. And good morning from Switzerland. How fun is that? That is far away. Have some chocolate for me. It's minus 10 degrees in Winnipeg, Canada. That is really not warm. Well, it is really, really warm here. Let's see. Joe thinks there's going to be a slumber party at Paul's. Not a slumber party. I haven't been to the Sunday party at Hotel Mercurio, and I want to have some fun today. And I believe I'm going to meet some nice friends that watch the show today at Hotel Mercurio. So I'm very excited about that. And Dale got canceled as well. What's up with these canceled flights? I mean, I wonder if it happens because there's not enough demand. We are under the belief that there's a lot of people wanting to fly down here, but what do I know? I certainly hope that you're all able to get to Mexico and to Puerto Vallarta as soon as possible, or as soon as you feel comfortable coming here. As I mentioned today, we have a little bit of everything. We're going to talk about the cempasúchil flower, which is a flower that we use to commemorate Day of the Dead. We're going to discuss a little bit about where that came from and whatnot. Today, we're also going to learn about Candace Shaw's illustrious but short-lived career as a singer. We are going to discuss toilet paper and what we do with it here in Mexico, or what we're supposed to do or what we're not supposed to do. As you know, in at Coffee and Headlines, we don't shy from avant-garde topics like toilet paper. And at the very end of the show, so that you're not completely disgusted, we are going to reveal the name of the lousiest name ever given to a gay pornographic feature. Now, what do I know about those? That's not as relevant as the fact that we found it, and I'm going to share it with you, and we're going to see what we can make of this name so that it can better our lives. Bettering our lives through gay porn. That's the way I like to live. So let's get started with today. And today we are going to start with a brief discussion of the cempasúchil, which is the flower that we use to celebrate Day of the Dead here in Mexico. It is a flower that is endemic to Mexico, but you have to wonder. In fact, let me come back here for a second. Cempasúchil is endemic to Mexico, so just picture all these English-speaking botanists trying to come up with a good name and a good pronunciation for it, and them going, oh yeah, let's call it Sempa Zoo, Sempa this, Sempa that. Oh fuck this, let's just call it African marigold, and that's what they call in English the cempasúchil flower. And let me see if I can get my slideshow to work. Yes. There it is. What do I mean by endemic? Do I mean native? Absolutely, I mean native. This flower comes from Mexico, and it is known as the African marigold everywhere you go. If you can believe that. Again, I believe this is because the botanists may have not wanted to deal with this particular name. But what I want to do is tell you a little bit about how this flower came to become the flower that we use to commemorate the dead here in Mexico. So boys and girls, get ready for story time at Coffee and Headline Sunday Funday. And it goes like this. In the beginning, gods dominated the valley of Anáhuac, now known as Mexico City, and every afternoon, young Xochitl and Huitzilin would climb the hill, flowers in hand, to praise Tonatiuh, the sun god. Xochitl and Huitzilin had known each other since they were children, but as they grew, a deep love for one another blossomed. One day, it was time to go to war, and Huitzilin had to go away and fight for his nation. Soon after that, it was learned that he died in the war, and Xochitl was devastated. Heartbroken, Xochitl climbed on the hill and begged Tonatiuh to reunite her with her loved one. With infinite power, the sun god zapped her with a ray of sunlight, transforming her into a cempasúchil, the flower of the dead. Huitzilin, who had become a hummingbird, approached the flower lovingly, and when he touched it with his beak, the flower instantly blossomed into 20 beautiful petals, reuniting them forever. Ever since then, cempasúchil lights the way for all the souls that visit us during Day of the Dead. The end. Now, as you can imagine from this story, the proper name Xochitl means flower, and the proper name Huitzilin means hummingbird. And these are only two of several Náhuatl names, proper names, that are still being used today. So if you're having a newborn baby, whether he is a boy or she's a girl, or whether you're wondering what you call your new ferret, here are some names to consider. Ameyali, these are names for girls. Ameyali means water spring. Tlali means Mother Earth. Tonatzin, it means Virgin Mother. Xochipilli means flower god. Citlali means star or moon. Malinali means herb. And Ciania means eternal. And if it's a boy, Tonatiuh, as I mentioned earlier, is the sun god. Quetzal means feather. Quetzalcoatl means feathered serpent. Netzahualcoyotl means a fasting coyote. Don't ask. Tonali means energy or warmth. And Yolotzin means little heart. And that is our Day of the Dead flower segment. The end. Applause. Yes. Let me take a quick look at your comments before we move on to story number 2. Nya, 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 na, 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 na. Marigold with a Y, marigold with an I. You guys. Fine, Ron, fine. Marigolds repel gophers. Okay, I didn't know that one. And Felipe volunteers that the gay spelling is marigold. Everybody try that at home. Marigold. Yes. Raymond liked the story. Thank you very much. Kelly just went, wow. I don't know if that means that I'm ready to be committed or what. But that was story number 1. Let us see what story number 2 is all about. All of a sudden, I'm not remembering what order I put them in. Let's see what we have next. Oh, yes, the toilet business. So sooner or later, we all have to go there, don't we? Number 2. And number 2 is an interesting thing in Mexico because, well, it's the toilet paper. You know, what do we do with it? What do we do with it in Mexico? You know, I mean, toilet paper, we know, we go there and then we do the wipage and we flush. We flush the toilet paper. But do we flush the toilet paper in Mexico? And this is an awkward thing to talk about for some people, and clearly also for some cultures, because, you know, there is, you know, you walk into shopping centers and there's waste baskets next to the toilet and there's clumps of toilet paper sitting there. And that seems really odd to some people. Frankly, we don't talk about it much here in Mexico. And here is some proof of that. I'm going to go to my web browser and show you that I Googled toilet paper in Spanish. I Googled papel de baño Mexico. And look at the headlines. You know, we see places where you can buy it. Papel higiénico in Costco, toilet paper in Walmart. Mexican toilet paper comes to the U.S. because of demand. The future of toilet paper, says Forbes. So clearly, we don't discuss what we do with the toilet paper in Mexico. But look at this. If I Google toilet paper Mexico in English, the first thing that we get is throwing away your used toilet paper in Mexico. Why? Do you flush your paper, says Cancun Forum. Toilet paper and Mexican plumbing, says Mex Connect. Why are so many toilets in Mexico without a seat? And we have answers for all these questions, mind you. But first and foremost, let us dispel an important bet before we get into this business of the toilet paper. And the bet that I want to dispel is whether we use it facing out or facing in. And if you look at the patent for toilet paper dated 1891, the toilet paper comes with a flap facing out, not facing in. So if you had some bar bets standing or waiting to be resolved, this is what you're supposed to do. Now, let us continue talking about this curious thing that only 25% of the world population uses. This is true. Only 25% of the world population uses toilet paper. What happens in Mexico? Well, it depends on where you're from. The folklore or the stories tells us that a lot of families that live in places where plumbing is not all that great don't flush the toilet paper because toilet paper clogs the plumbing. So it is not uncommon for small towns or small cities or places where large families live together in the same household. And this is quite common in Mexico, where you have the father and the grandparents and the children and the grandchildren all living in the same house, and it's a house with only two toilets and everybody has to poo. Well, people throw their toilet paper on a trash container. But in Mexico City or large urban cities or shopping centers, wherever there's civilized plumbing, we don't throw the toilet paper in a wastebasket. We flush it because toilet paper is designed to be flushed. And I thought you should know that. The best word of advice, in case you're wondering, well, what do I do if I go to Mexico, or if I come here or there or somewhere, is just do what the neighbors do. If you see other people, flushing, well, you don't see people flushing literally. You know what I mean? If you go into the stall and you see that there's a wastebasket there, well, it's best to do what everybody else is doing and just follow the lead. But again, I've never done that. I mean, I grew up always throwing the toilet paper in the flush, or flushing the toilet paper. So that's just me. How we got into this topic is a mystery to me. But there you have it. Let me take a quick look at reactions. Like you're gonna have reactions about this one. Let's see. Let's see. Papel higiénico. Yes, that's the way we call it. Yes, facing out. Joey wins the bet. Of course you do. Everybody likes it out. I love it. I like it out. I never put it in. Raymond is feeling a little flushed. Well, just, if you're feeling flushed, darling, just reach out for some toilet paper and and take care of that. If you have a cat, it's facing in. Well, I mean, Luna, she knows what to do, and she knows what not to do. La 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 la. There's a circle in hell for those who've placed toilet paper facing in. Let me add to that. There's a stinky circle in hell, Felix. Stinky, stinky. Mark tells us that you can't flush paper most places in Mykonos. Good to know. Mark, it's great to see you. I'm going to show something wonderful today. I really hope you'll stick around because you'll be so very proud of me. You really will be. James Binder is asking for a toilet cam. Paco responds, not on your life. Let's see. La 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 la. Okay, we are caught up. We asked our landlord about flushing when we rented our apartment. What did landlord say? I'm curious. Bidet. I never had a bidet, but I would be a bidet queen if I had a bidet. I would certainly use it, I'm sure. Well, no, I'm not even gonna go there. Never mind. So that was story number 2. Let us see what is story number 3. La 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 la. And story number 3 is, yes, we have to talk about Hello Dolly. Hello Dolly is this fabulous musical and subsequently musical film that if you haven't watched, then I won't hold it against you, but you'd have to come from another planet if you've never watched this. The film, we failed to remember frequently, was directed by Gene Kelly. And last night, YouTube served me a wonderful short feature that is that comes along in the gorgeous new Blu-ray version or edition of Hello Dolly. I wouldn't know it from the Blu-ray because I don't have it. But in this short clip that I found on YouTube, Patricia Ward Kelly, who is the widow of Gene Kelly, turned out to be a film historian. So she tells the story of making the movie from the perspective of Gene Kelly as a director, how it was complicated for him, how what it was like to work with Barbara Streisand, what it was like to cast everybody involved in the movie, and so forth and so on. And I really enjoyed watching this short feature because it made me appreciate the film again, and it made me want to watch the movie again. Now, here's another anecdote. Way back at the beginning of time, when we didn't have to wear face masks and when everybody got along with everybody, and when Tracy Parks was managing Encanto, no, not Encanto. Tracy Parks was the managing The Palm. I used to do tributes and presentations that were music appreciation, presentations that were funny, and so forth and so on. So we did a tribute to Barbara Streisand on her birthday. We had a whole series of tributes to famous artists on their birthdays, and we would roast them as though they were at the audience. So we would tell stories about them, and I would invite special guests to perform songs by the artist on their birthday. So for this particular Barbara Streisand celebration or tribute that I produced and directed, we brought in a bunch of wonderful guest stars from Puerto Vallarta's community. And the opening number consisted of me finding the karaoke version of Hello Dolly, the song, going around town and talking people into singing bits and pieces of the song so that I could put together this video that I'm going to show you segments of. That was the introduction of the show. The whole thing was centered around the fact that our dear friend Amy Armstrong was a beloved performer here in town. At the time, used to talk a lot about her love affair for donuts. She had this thing about the donut man, and she could not stop eating donuts. So all of a sudden, Hello Dolly becomes Hello Donut. Let's take a look.
Well, hello, donut. Yes, hello, donut. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking swell, donut, I can tell, donut. You're still growing, you're still glowing, you're still Why don't you try? Donut, you should try. Donut.
Turn around and sing with me, Vera. I don't know. This young man on these streets here in Puerto Vallarta said, "Sing Hello Dolly."
It's nice to have you back where you belong.
Sing Hello Dolly. You help me. What are we singing it for? For a tribute to Barbara Streisand at the Palm Cabaret and Bar.
Well, I thought she was dead.
Well, I did too, but I guess she's not. Let's sing. You want to? Let's go. Uno, dos, tres.
We fill the room, swaying for the band's playing
One of your old favorite songs from way back when. So
here's my hat, fellas, I'm staying where I'm at, fellas, from the
And so the song went. Hold on, let me get caught up with you. There you go. And so the song went, but then, of course, because I was looking for people all over the neighborhood, it came time to visit my dear friends Cassandra Shaw and Candace Shaw at their jewelry shop. And this is a pivoting point in Candace Shaw's life because she wanted to be a singer. You know, I'm making this up, right? She wanted to be a singer. And of course, I said to her, you have to sing part of Hello Dolly for me. And of course, I gave her the microphone and she screwed it up. She could not keep it together. She was not a professional. She could not sing. And that, my friends, is why and when she decided, if I cannot sing, I'm going to be a vegan. And we have this little excerpt to prove it to you. Let me go back to Hello Dolly mode, and it goes like this.
I hear the ice tinkle, see the lights twinkle. They're not going away.
So you see, it's a good thing she's a vegan now, because her singing career, I am not so sure that she was going to get very far with that. And oh my goodness. And let me stop to see your comments and see what you're thinking about. Let me take a quick look. La 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 la. Awesome performer and song. Thanks for cheering me up. Well, it was fun. It was fun to put it together, and it's been a long time. I mean, just think about this. When Tracy Parks was running the Palm, I mean, we're talking about this is vintage. This is vintage. But I'm very glad you appreciated. Kathleen got a kick out of that. I'm so glad you did, Kathleen, because now that you're doing all these ice cream Mexican telenovelas, you know, I gotta keep my performance and my quality level up, girl, because I mean, you're doing really funny things too. If you guys haven't watched, you have to visit the Licks Facebook page, because Kathleen and her husband, that churns the ice cream ever so nicely, Kathleen and Todd, are doing all these wonderful promotional things for themselves. Let's see. Lots of good comments. Thank you very much. I love it. Raymond is all verklempt. Just don't run away from me, Raymond, if you ever watch me running into your bakery with a small speaker, a camera, and a microphone. That might be your turning point, my friend. That might be the point in which you stop being a baker and you become a singer. You never know. Oh, Mark. Oh, Mark. Oh, see, Mark, Dr. Hartman is my musical theater mentor and coach. Whenever things go out of balance, Dr. Hartman brings me back to my senses. And we love him for that. Mark, I hope you come back to Puerto Vallarta soon, because we love you and we miss you. And this, my dears, brings us to the end of off topic, but one of my favorite movies was Kaja Falls with Robin and Nathan. It is an amazing film. I have to say, though, that I love the original Italian film. The original Italian film is just delicious. It is absolutely delicious. And if you liked the American version, I urge you to find the original Italian film and watch it. It is where it all started, and it is absolutely priceless. And speaking of absolutely priceless, this brings us to our very last segment of the show. This is the one in which all of you who say to me, keep it clean, we want to enjoy the news, can easily fade away if you're going to be offended, because this is going to be, well, not offensive, but for reasons that we're not going to get into right now. I came across this fabulous title of a fabulous, well, I don't know if it's fabulous, but I came across the title of this um, porn movie that I thought, oh my God, this has to be the worst name that anybody could possibly give a gay porn movie. And I'm going to share it with you because I can, and because there's still 120 dirty minded people here watching. So I figured I'm not alone in the world. So before we get a little bit excited, let me tell you that the worst name on a gay porno movie is, drumroll, Namaste in Your Hole. Yes, Namaste in Your Hole is the name of the worst name for a gay porn movie. I mean, when you think about when you think about the word namaste, which means a respectful greeting, think about the implications of this name. I'm going to respectfully greet the inside of your hole, because it says namaste in your hole. It doesn't say namaste at your hole or on your hole. It says in. So namaste in your hole is the name of this movie. And I thought, I mean, they always come up with funny names, but Namaste in Your Hole, I can imagine myself, trying to get a date, and maybe that's why I'm single. Oh, cheers. Oh, by the way, I'd love to Namaste in your hole. Or would you like to Namaste in mine? I mean, that, my friends, is why I'm still single. And that is Coffee and Headlines Sunday Fun Day for today. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new. I hope you laughed. That's what Sundays are about. I'm going to take a look at your final comments before we go away. I only saw Candace for a second, not sure if it was just me. It was a short little clipette. She couldn't hold it together, Kathleen. She just couldn't. So it's like we had to stop the tape, and that's why she became a vegan. I'll send you the link. I mean, I'll send you the video at some point if you really want to see it. Let's see. Boom, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Good morning, Paco. We're back in Canada in the snow now, but we'll continue to watch you until we're back in Vallarta full time next year. Oh, what a nice thought. Well, that's what Coffee and Headlines is about, Debbie, to keep you connected with our destination, whether you're just down the streets in Colonia Versalles or you're all the way up in snowy Canada. So you're welcome to join us anytime. My little international friends, Birdcage and La Caja Fall is the same thing. Yes, that's the same thing. La Caja Fall was the name of the original film. And why did I say it was Italian? Because it featured Italian actors, but it is in French? Is it in Italian? I don't even remember. But La Caja Fall is the original name of the film, which means birdcage. And it is a wonderful, wonderful film. La 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 la. The most important question is how was the movie? If you're talking about La Caja Fall, the original, it was absolutely phenomenal. It was to me it's funnier than the American version. I really love it. Lynn feels refueled for another great week in Puerto Vallarta. Namaste, but not where it said. Just plain namaste. Plain namaste. Namaste. Let's see. Thanks again for another fun show. Well, this is what it is about. Oh, Paul says they asked me to use namaste in a sentence, so I did. My friend asked me if I was going to the club, and I told her namaste at home tonight. Logan, make a hiney namaste hole. You guys, I love it. I love it. I think it's an abbreviation for now I'm going to stay. Well, I hope your namaste is good, Sean. I'm looking forward to some namaste myself, if I may say so. Canada. Oh, please indulge me, Brian. Let me call it Canada. It's just my own thing. Okay, I'll call it Canada. Oh, Canada. It was a French film. Thank you for that. But Marcello Mastroianni was in it. So that's why I thought it was Italian. Let's see. The original is the greatest. Michael, I love it so very much. And that brings us indeed to the end of Coffee and Headlines, which brings me to my usual call for action. As you know, Coffee and Headlines, Sunday Funday, and every other day of the week is a community-sponsored project. If you had a good time, keep us in mind. Memberships are not expensive, or if you would just want to buy us a little bit of coffee, that is also a possibility at this link. Tomorrow, as we know, it's going to be Monday, and tomorrow we come back with sobering news, featuring, of course, the news that we get every week from our governor, Enrique Alfaro, about what's going on with, with you know what, and whether we have to continue wearing, well, you know what. We're not going to talk about any of that stuff today. So have an awesome Sunday. Have a great day. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Namaste. And I will hopefully see you soon. Have a good one.